Hi everyone, Janice Wallace here. Just wanted to talk you through the Eclass page that you'll be participating with during the course. Probably very familiar to you already, but I just wanted to point out where some things are that might be slightly different in this course from other courses. Down here, of course, we have the bar where you can go directly to different parts of the course if you wish, and this is handy as we go along with the course and as more content is being put forward. The first step will be opening up the Getting Started button here. So you'll see kind of a button, and then across the top, when you open it, will be several different categories of important information to become familiar with at the very beginning of the course. I won't take time to talk about that a lot right now, but that will give you an opportunity to just know kind of ahead of time what's coming and the kinds of things you need to be familiar with. There's also a references for text and reading list. This is put here so that you can cut and paste when you're using readings from the course for any of your papers or the forum and that sort of thing. So you can just open that up and that will give you that list so that you can use it that way. There is a video that welcomes you to the course, and you've probably watched that already if you're watching this, but it just lets me tell you a little bit about myself, tell you about the course and how it might fit into your program and that sort of thing. So I hope that's helpful to you, and I look forward to meeting each one of you. The forum introductions, here is simply a place for you to introduce yourself, and we already have a couple of students that have introduced themselves on this forum, and it's just an opportunity to get to know one another on a perhaps more personal and professional level than we will on a more academic level during the course. And it's always kind of fun to get to know your colleagues maybe in a different sort of way, and so if everyone participates, it's always a lot of fun. So I hope that you'll have a chance to do that. And then the video that I'm preparing right now will go in here. You'll notice it says hidden from students because I wanted to change a few things from last year, so I'm just redoing it quickly. News is a section on Eclass that I actually don't use very much. I tend to send emails through Bear Tracks or something where I can do the large group all together, or individual emails. I think they get to you faster, but you do have to be committed to making sure you check your U Alberta email so that you're on top of things as they come in. That's very, very important because there's probably going to be coming something. I try not to overdo, but I try to keep people be upfront with people as well. So if something comes up that everybody should know about, I'll send you an email out directly or set up some kind of a Zoom call or something like that. But I try not to do that too much because of the timing issues for everyone. But anyway, this section I don't use often, as I said, but you can expect to get emails and that sort of thing from me. In the Submit Your Assignments, this is a section where I have some work to do over the next few days before the course starts. But here you will find both descriptions and rubrics for all of the assignments. So when you open this here where it looks like a hand with a paper on top of it, that's where you'll submit your assignment. And for the first two, you can open it up and it will also give you the information that you need about those assignments. It's an observational assignment, and it's kind of a fun way to just get into the spirit sort of doing research, and we'll be talking more about observational research in that first module and the meaning of research and that sort of thing. There's a statement of the area of research, which is your first assignment, and I'll be preparing a video. There's usually a teaching video for each of the more major assignments. This is a short assignment, but it's a very important one in setting you up, thinking about where you're going with the research that you're thinking about up front for your next course when you begin your research assignment. Throughout this course, the assignments are related to the readings, but they are also related to actually the steps of doing research so that you have an opportunity to try things out, to get feedback, to have to be more comfortable with each section of doing a research project so that when you get right into your research project, you'll be more familiar and feel more comfortable in that whole milieu of doing research. So the first assignment is going to be your statement of area of research. So you can begin thinking about what is it that what area of professional interest do you have that you would like to explore further in your research, and when you can use this opportunity to kind of work that through and get feedback and so on. We'll be doing an annotated bibliography. There will be an informational video for each of the assignments, including this one, which I haven't prepared yet, but I will have by the time you get to it over the next couple of days. And as you'll notice with the video, there is a video about the annotated bibliography assignment as well, and so on. So we'll get all of that organized for you before the 5th, but you can have a look through the assignments and get an idea of what they're about. The syllabus has some information on that as well. This is a handy section. It's called an at-a-glance key dates. So it gives you the beginning dates for each of the modules, when the assignments are due, including the forum, the initial statement that you make on the forum, and then your discussion responses, etc. So all of that information is here. And you'll notice, just because of the way the dates have worked this year, that I've had to rework the schedule, actually to your advantage, I think. The first module is a little shorter, but I think it's not hard to get through the information in the time that we have. We have about a week and a half. And the first part, before we get into the content, you'll be working on a small assignment over the weekend anyway, so it works out quite well, I think. And then we have actually 6 more assignments, 6 more modules after that. We usually have 6 altogether, but the last one will be a wrap up, and we'll have some Zoom work sessions and so on, so that when you're doing that last assignment, which is very important in making the final step before you actually step into your course to do your research and are talking about your research questions and so on, at that time you'll be well prepared, and you'll have that. It's a little over 2 weeks actually, although you may not need all of that time, but to work on that assignment and to get lots of feedback and that sort of thing along the way, so that you're really confident with what you're handing in. We'll have Zoom meetings from time to time, but I don't want to set the dates now because I want to set those with you to find out what are the best times for the most people, and I'll try to have enough that people can come and go from them, and post recordings if you wanted to look at any of the other discussions. Okay, so that's sort of a lot of the background information that you need. And then just a couple of words about how each of the modules is mostly set up. The first one is a little different, but in Module 1, we have instructor notes and readings videos. So when you open that, you'll find the instructor notes, the readings, which you will then be able to open, I believe. I think they're linked. They should be by the time the course starts. And also the discussion forum, which will have information about what it's about, what you're being asked to do, etc. And then there's a second discussion forum for the part B of that activity. So the first module is a little bit different than the others. So let's go get down to Module 2. And in Module 2, we have instructor notes and readings videos, because there are, in many of the modules, there are assigned readings as well as assigned videos. And so to add to the content, to give background knowledge and so on. There will also be a teaching video. And I do these because I think it's been helpful to many students over the years that I've been teaching this course. And I change them from year to year because of changes that happen and that sort of thing. But these kinds of videos are helpful in just kind of laying the skeleton of what's happening in that module, and also giving you the kind of arc of knowledge that is kind of woven together across the readings, so that you have kind of a background before you get into the readings, or sometimes people use them after they've done their readings to try to tie the pieces together. So I hope they'll be helpful to you. Some of them are longer than others, particularly in module 3. It's a long one because the readings are very juicy, and I wanted to get some background information in the video to help you with some of the more difficult concepts and so on. So in module 2 and all of the others, there will be a teaching video, and there then is, of course, the module discussion forum, and you'll be assigned to a different group. There will be 4 groups, as I understand, and you'll be in one of them, and you can find that when you participate in the forum, just as you've done in other classes, I'm sure. So the topics that we'll be looking at will be in Module 1, Theories in Educational Research, Literature Reviews and Ethics, Research Strategies, Qualitative Methodologies, Quantitative Methodologies, and of course, this is only going to be an overview. We won't be able to get into them in great depth, but we will be able to kind of set the philosophical boundaries for each of those, and so you'll understand where a research method fits in the kind of big picture of all of the different research methods that are available to us. Module 6 is about actually the design of research, and that will be a presentation that you'll be doing on video for your colleagues, and then as well as of course readings and that sort of thing that will go with that topic, and then in Module 7 we'll have the wrap up. There's some other categories here that you'll be using for assignments and that sort of thing, and I'll talk about those more in the teaching video, so you'll know where to look, or in the assignment videos more accurately, so you'll know what to look for and that sort of thing. So I hope that this has given you at least an overview that will be helpful to you in thinking about where things are, how things kind of hang together a little bit, and then as you get into the readings in the initial part of the course, and the introductory section, that will kind of frame it a little bit further for you as well. So welcome to the course. I'm really looking forward to getting to know each and every one of you and finding out the kinds of things you're interested in researching and being a part of that journey that you'll take during the course. It's always really kind of a spectacular journey in a way, and a one of self-realization and opening interest, that sort of thing. So I hope that everything will go very well, and at any time during the course, if you have any questions, you're overwhelmed by something, you're underwhelmed by something, whatever it is, please feel free to get in touch with me, and I'll be more than happy to discuss whatever it is that you'd like to discuss. So welcome again, and all the best in Edu 510.